this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
I'm Bailey Taylor, and this is It Girl. This podcast is all about going deeper with the women shaping culture right now. Yes, we will talk about the style and the success, but we are also talking about the pressure, the expectations, and the real work behind it all.
As a woman in the industry, you're always underestimated. So you have to work extra hard in a way that doesn't compromise who you are and your integrity. You know, I like to say I was kind of like a silent ninja.
Listen to It Girl with Bailey Taylor on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, this is Josh from Stuff You Should Know with a message that could change your life. The Stuff You Should Know Think Spring podcast playlist is available now. Whether spring has sprung in your neck of the woods yet or not, the Stuff You Should Know Think Spring playlist will make you want to get your overalls on, get outside, and get your hands in the dirt. You can get the Stuff You Should Know Think Spring playlist on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ready for a different take on Formula One? Look no further than No Grip, a new podcast tackling the culture of motor racing's most coveted series. Join me, Lily Herman, as we dive into the underexplored pockets of F1, including the story of the woman who last participated in a Formula One race weekend, the recent uptick in F1 romance novels, and plenty of mishaps, scandals, and sagas that have made Formula One a delightful, decadent dumpster fire for more than 75 years. Listen to No Grip on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're trying to keep up with everything happening on and off the court, we've got you covered on the podcast, Flagrant and Funny.
You want to start with the first question for the Big Ten Coach of the Year?
Oh, whatever.
Would you like to?
Yeah,
So you're a Spartan, is that what I'm getting?
Exactly. So whether your bracket is busted or you just want the real talk on what's happening during the tournament, open your free iHeartRadio app, search Flagrant and Funny with Carrie Champion and Jamel Hill, and listen now.
Presented by Capital One, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports.
It is time now for my strawberry letter for today. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your strawberry letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know, it could be yours.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
All right, nephew, thank you. Subject, he got a new zip code for Christmas. Dear Steve and Shirley, my husband and I have been married for 11 years, and we have a 9-year-old son and a 6-year-old son. We have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. After I had my last son, I had complications, and I was hospitalized for a week, and then I was bedridden for a month, so I wasn't able to exercise and lose the baby weight right away. My husband thought he was motivating me to work out, but it sounded like he was making fun of me, so I tuned him out. Little did I know, my weight was really annoying him. But instead of talking to me, he talked about me. He made jokes and let his mama talk bad about me too. How do I know? The video cameras on the front stoop of our house and on the back of our house recorded 6 conversations he had with his mama about me. On one of the calls, he told his mama that he had a hamburger meal for me, but he should have gotten me a salad because that's all I need to eat for the rest of 2025. Even though I was deeply hurt, I cooked a big Thanksgiving dinner and his mom came over. After dinner, I played the 6 audio messages that I had saved. My husband said they were just joking, and his mama said it wasn't her voice on the recordings. I asked my husband to get out and give me some space, and by Christmas, he had a new zip code. He is back in his childhood bedroom at his mama's house. She called begging me to let him come home. He's begging to come home too. I'm more motivated than ever to lose the weight. I got a trainer and I'm taking weight loss medicine. My only issue is I don't want to be with him after the way he talked about me. Does he deserve another chance or let him stay with his mama? Okay. Well, you know, of course you were hurt. You felt betrayed, and you should be. I mean, your husband making fun of you with his mom, that was just wrong, and they both know it was wrong, and that's why his mom lied to you and said that was her voice you heard on the tape. Well, you know her voice, so you know it was her. But think about it. I mean, look at what you're doing now. It did motivate you to take care of yourself and start losing the weight. I mean, had you not seen or heard the tapes, you would never have gotten started. You never would have. Let's face it. Not for a while anyway. And you know, married couples fight about the dumbest things. You know, they do. Smallest things. And feelings do get hurt sometimes. Even if they're just joking with each other, it can cause a major blow up in the marriage, you know. So I say, pick your battles. If he's been a good man for 11 years and this is the one place he messed up, ask yourself, is it, you know, I mean, him talking to his mom about you, about your weight and all that, is that a good enough reason to divorce this man? Because other than this scenario, you didn't say he had been a bad husband or anything like that. So I say just focus on getting yourself together right now and see how your husband acts. Is he really sorry for what he did? Is he trying to make it up to you? Then you can make a decision. Steve?
Well, the whole question behind this letter is, you said my only issue is I don't want to be with him after the way he talked about me. Does he deserve another chance or let him stay with his mama? Me and Shirley can't answer that for you. That's on you. I don't know. You know, and just to start the year off with this letter, you know, in 2026, I'm going to take more of how I've started dealing with all haters. You don't affect me, so I'm not going to allow this to affect me either. I don't care what y'all do. This ain't about cheating. Ain't nobody stole no money. This not, I know I said cheating, but infidelity, this is not a crisis of trust. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, y'all got 2 kids, and then you had your last son and got some complications. You got hospitalized, then you were bedridden for a week. Then you had to stay bedridden for a month and stayed in the hospital for a week. You can't exercise and lose the baby weight right away. I don't know why that's a problem, because you just had the baby, and baby weight hard to get off of. I know women whose children is 24 and still discussing that baby weight. So
why are you looking at me when you said that?
I didn't say that. I didn't say nothing to you. I just said that's what I had heard. And anyway, my husband thought he was motivating me to work out, but then you say it would sound like he was making fun of you. So you tune him out. And then you got some footage of him and his mama talking about you on the home video recorder on the front steps and the back steps. You confronted them about it after the Thanksgiving dinner. The mama said it wasn't her voice.
Right.
She don't even know how to lie. Now, obviously, she wasn't on camera. Hear how stupid that lie is. If it wasn't your mama's voice on the recording, what woman he had over at the house on the front steps and the back steps 6 times talking about your fat behind? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. See how that went? Mm-hmm. So this story is tilted the wrong way. When we come back, I'll tell you more, but it's really not a whole lot I can share with you. Shirley, you can ask me questions about this letter when we come back. Okay. Junior, if you have any points of interest you'd like to ask me about, because this letter right here really is cut and dry to me.
All right, we'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Subject, he got a new zip code for Christmas. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Why hasn't a woman formally participated in a Formula One race weekend in over a decade?
Think about how many skills they have to develop at such a young age.
What can we learn from all of the new F1 romance novels suddenly popping up every year?
He still smelled of podium champagne and expensive friction.
And how did a 2023 event called Wagageddon change the paddock forever?
That day is just seared into my memory.
I'm culture writer and F1 expert Lily Herman, and these are just a few of the questions I'm tackling on No Grip, a Formula One culture podcast that dives into the underexplored pockets of the sport. In each episode, a different guest and I will go deeper into the wacky mishaps, scandals, and sagas, both on the track and far away from it, that have made F1 a delightful, decadent dumpster fire for more than 75 years. Listen to No Grip on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Bailey Taylor, and this is It Girl. You may know me from my It Girl series I've done on the streets of New York over the years. Well, I've got good news. I am bringing those interviews and many more to this podcast. Yes, we will talk about the style and the success, but we are also talking about the pressure, the expectations, and the real work with the women shaping culture right now.
As a woman in the industry, you're always underestimated. So you have to work extra hard and you have to push the narrative in a way that doesn't compromise who you are and your integrity. You know, I like to say I was kind of like a silent ninja.
Each week, I have unfiltered conversations with female founders, creatives, and leaders to talk about ambition, visibility, and what it really takes to build something meaningful in the public eye. Because being an It Girl isn't about the spotlight, it's about owning it. I think the negatives need to be discussed and they need to be told to people who maybe don't do this every day, just so they know what's really going on. I feel like pulling the curtain back is important. Listen to It Girl with Bailey Taylor on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're trying to keep up with everything happening on and off the court, we've got you covered on the podcast Flagrant and Funny.
You want to start with the first question for the Big Ten Coach of the Year? Oh, whatever. Would you like to?
Yeah,
So you're a Spartan, is that what I'm getting? Exactly.
So whether your bracket is busted or you just want the real talk on what's happening during the tournament, open your free iHeartRadio app, search Flagrant and Funny with Carrie Champion and Jamel Hill, and listen now.
Presented by Capital One, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports.
I'm Lori Siegel, a longtime tech journalist, and consider my new podcast, Mostly Human, your bridge to the future.
Anyone can now be an entrepreneur. Anyone can build an app, and it's very empowering.
Each week, I'll speak to the people building that future, and we're going to break down what all of this innovation actually means for you.
What I come to realize is that when people think that they're dating this AI companion, they're actually dating the companies that create this.
We're experiencing one of the greatest tech accelerations in human history. And let's be honest, that can be messy.
There's no playbook for what to do when an AI model hallucinates a story about you.
But it's my belief that we should all benefit from this moment. Mostly Human will show you how. My goal is to give you the playbook so you can benefit.
The reason I say agency is because, if we can give power back to people, then I think that's probably the best thing we can do for your mental health.
Listen to Mostly Human on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
It's a new year, and Aleve is here to help you keep your New Year's resolutions on track. Whether it's a daily walk or spending time with friends and family, Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you moving with long-lasting body pain relief so you can achieve your goals. Don't let body pain slow you down. Keep going with Aleve, because this year is your year. Use as directed for minor aches and pains. All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject is he got a new zip code for Christmas.
Yeah, this man, wife had baby, another beautiful third child, a son, had some complications, was in the hospital for a week, was bedridden for a month, couldn't exercise, and she thought that he was motivating her to lose weight, but she found that he was really annoyed by it because she overheard a conversation between him and his mama on a doorbell camera. The mama denied it was her because obviously her face wasn't on it. She's stupid. She don't know how to lie. Which now then told us, shows us, if it wasn't your mama on that voicemail, what woman was at your house on the front and back steps 6 times talking about your wife? And I can't believe you can't understand that. The question is, should I leave my husband or not? Well, listen. I would lead a man over some. My ex-wife told me I was stupid before.
What?
And, it wasn't no need of me divorcing her for that. I had created plenty other ground. But if you want to go with that, I'm stupid. I mean, you don't think I heard that before? That ain't bother me. You know how many times how many teachers told me that? Lady, you just stupid. I know that.
Steve, you're stupid. I mean,
I know that.
It just came out.
That's just like I'm just sitting here trying to figure out how you think you hurting me with that. You stupid. We ain't gonna get divorced about that. I'm gonna give you another reason to leave me. But it ain't gonna be because you call me stupid.
Right.
So I don't think you should leave a man cause that. Any questions, Shirley or Junior?
Well, Junior,
Carla?
you have a question? Go ahead, Junior.
Is it mostly about this weight? Did he not know we can't talk about the weight? Is that stupid?
Yeah.
No, he know that, but he didn't know he was being recorded. You know.
He did.
And you quit talking to relatives because you still in trouble. Carla, you have a question?
Carla, you got a question?
I don't.
Okay. So does he want to really go back home, or is he just tired of being at his mom's house?
Yeah, his mama is tired of him being at the house because he done moved into his childhood house with his mama staying in his old room. That's a twin bed.
And he's way bigger than that now.
That's a twin bed. And he got some weight on him too.
Yeah.
And he over there eating stuff. The mama want him, so his mama done called her and begged her to take him out because she put him out. First of all, she invited them after she read the video, played the video back. She still cooked a big Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, she did.
And invited them over. And after dinner, she played the tapes back for him. That's when the mama lied and said, that ain't me on that tape.
Well, how does she introduce the tape, when she got ready for the tape after dinner? How does she bring that up, though?
Everybody ate? You good?
Everybody want some pie?
Because that's unusual,
Bernice, you good? You good? I got something I want to show y'all. She pulled out there, hit that button, played that tape. The mama said, God, dog.
Oh, it's Miss Bernice
that's not me.
How you gonna say that's not you when we looking at the tape? We know
and we can hear your voice. We know your voice.
It was probably just her voice. She wasn't in line with the camera because she big too. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Most people's mamas is big. Most. So.
Well, what should she?
Her was covering half of the dough ringer.
Her daughter-in-law knows her voice, Steve.
And she know her too. Her was blocking that doorbell camera. You know how big you got to be block that whole doorbell camera? Because it's on the wide zoom panoramic lens. And if you can stand in front of that and block that out, whoo!
Yeah.
She big too.
Yeah. So have they had problems in the marriage? Because just because he said that, like we were talking about, she wants to leave him because of that. So is she seeing the trainer? What is really happening?
No, she's not seeing the trainer. It's too early for the trainer. She just started.
Mm-hmm.
The trainer going.
It's too early.
Yeah.
Well, the trainer.
Oh, she hasn't lost enough weight.
Oh no, the trainer going. Oh my God. You say your goal is what?
Stop it!
I have a client.
We're not going to do this in 2026.
You want 3 times a week? 35,000 this year from her. Yeah, my girl. Yeah, just weight. Weight is a big thing we talking about early part of the year.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It always is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or what you could do is you could just look at yourself. Tell yourself this is where you've always wanted to be, and go on about your business.
Okay, post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook.
And get on that show, Pop My Balloon. And
check out.
Go ahead and go.
That's my show.
Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. You can download it today. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, Junior is here with Sports Talk right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hey there, this is Josh from Stuff You Should Know with a message that could change your life. The Stuff You Should Know Think Spring podcast playlist is available now. Whether spring has sprung in your neck of the woods yet or not, the Stuff You Should Know Think Spring playlist will make you want to get your overalls on, get outside, and get your hands in the dirt. You can get the Stuff You Should Know Think Spring playlist on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Bailey Taylor, and this is It Girl. This podcast is all about going deeper with the women shaping culture right now. Yes, we will talk about the style and the success, but we are also talking about the pressure, the expectations, and the real work behind it all.
As a woman in the industry, you're always underestimated. So you have to work extra hard in a way that doesn't compromise who you are and your integrity. You know, I like to say I was kind of like a silent ninja.
Listen to It Girl with Bailey Taylor on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ready for a different take on Formula One? Look no further than No Grip, a new podcast tackling the culture of motor racing's most coveted series. Join me, Lily Herman, as we dive into the underexplored pockets of F1, including the story of the woman who last participated in a Formula One race weekend, the recent uptick in F1 romance novels, and plenty of mishaps, scandals, and sagas that have made Formula One a delightful, decadent dumpster fire for more than 75 years. Listen to No Grip on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're trying to keep up with everything happening on and off the court, we've got you covered on the podcast Flagrant and Funny.
You want to start with the first question for the Big Ten Coach of the Year?
Oh, whatever.
Would you like to?
Yeah, sure.
So you're a Spartan, is that what I'm getting?
Exactly. So whether your bracket is busted or you just want the real talk on what's happening during the tournament, open your free iHeartRadio app, search Flagrant and Funny with Carrie Champion and Jamel Hill, and listen now.
Presented by Capital One, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.